Welcome to the Footy Express show. We have a new intro. We have an African champion with us at the moment, so things are looking up for the Footy Express show. Can we just welcome Thalea Smidt? Welcome to the Footy Express show.
Hi, Jonathan, and everyone that is listening. Thank you so much for having me. I think it's my second time being here now, but yeah, this time as an African champ. The first time was as a Southern region, now as an African champ. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, this is the second time. You're one of our favorite people to interview, I think. Thank you very much for taking the time out. We really appreciate it. We understand the stresses that come with your industry and how things keep changing all the time. So we really appreciate your time. And we really appreciate, you just taking time of your schedule to honor us with your presence. So tell us, African champ and a treble winner. Tell us, how does that feel?
To be honest, it's amazing. It's really an amazing feeling because it's the first to our team, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, is the first to ever do such in women's football in Africa. We won the first ever CAF. It's the first edition of the CAF Women's Championship. And to come back from the CAF and to finish and wrap up the league and win our third trophy for the season, completing the treble, is just amazing. I don't think we thought that we would be able to do it like this. So yeah, it's just been an amazing season for us, and the feeling is just amazing. I don't think it's sunk in already, but yeah.
So this is one of the beauties of technology. We're busy interviewing Thalia while she's on the move, but we're so thankful that we can have her. Thalia, tell us what your thoughts are. What were the highlights? One highlight of the season for you.
Did you get that?
I did. I got a big part of it. So I just
Okay.
asked, tell us give us one highlight of the season.
For me, it has to be the final that was played, the CAF Women's final that we played in Egypt against Asaka ladies from Ghana, and I got an opportunity to start that game, and I finished 90 minutes in that game, and we won 2-0. So for me, that was my highlight of this season, and then obviously going all the way and winning the CAF. So that game definitely has to be number one this season for me.
Brilliant. A challenging part of the season for you?
Definitely trying to be mentally strong because there's a lot of ups and downs in football, not just in football but in life, and especially if you're an athlete you need to be mentally strong. So being at a big club like Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, it wasn't easy for me, so I think one of the biggest challenges was just having to be mentally strong, and with that came a lot of obstacles as well, but I think most importantly was overcoming those obstacles. So yeah, at the end of the day I think it's these challenges that pushes us to actually be something much more better and something much more greater and actually produce something much more better. So yeah, there was a time during the season where I wasn't getting game time, if I can put it like that. But however, like I'm saying, you needed to be mentally strong, keep pushing, go to training, do the job, keep working hard, and then you start a final in a CAF in the biggest tournament ever in Africa. So I think mentality was one of the biggest challenges, but it's something that actually helped me and pushed me through the season.
So I think that is something that you highlight a lot. Even in our last conversation, you talk about mentality. That is something that is high up on my radar as well, especially in our industry. Mentality. Jurgen Klopp talks about it a lot, being mentally strong. You've said now going through these challenges helps you become mentally strong. But you also said something very interesting that helps you to reach for more. Do you think there's a connection there?
Definitely, with I think if we look in the sense of you not getting a chance or an opportunity, when you're given that opportunity you're so hungry, and you're so you're so eager to take that opportunity. That's why I'm saying those challenges are actually a challenge that actually pushes you to give more, because you know that the chance might not come again, so you have to take it with both hands. So that's where I think that comes into play.
So I think you raised something very interesting. The last conversation we had, and I asked you, is Europe on the cards for you? And you said yes. You obviously respect where you at. You're grabbing the opportunity where you at, but without hesitation, you said, "Yeah, if I get it, if there's an opportunity, I'm gonna go for it." I think the Sundowns thing was similar for you. The Sundowns opportunity was similar for you. Have you always had that mentality that you wanted better for yourself?
I've always had that mentality, and I think also I've always had that belief that I can play at the highest level, and I think that's kind of a goal that I set out to myself. So it's more of not being comfortable where you are because you're not where you want to be or where you see yourself to be at the end of the day. So it's definitely something still on the cards. I think it's much more opportunistic now, since we as a team we played a CAF and we won the biggest tournament in Africa. So it's definitely still something that I would, if the opportunity comes, I would obviously jump on it. I mean, who doesn't want to play in at the best teams around the world? I don't think you can ask anyone, do they ever want to play in the UEFA Champions League? What more to play for now? Because you played in the African Champions League. So now the next step is obviously looking further and looking better, and obviously improving yourself and improving your game as well. So definitely.
So I'm getting excited by what you raise now. And I think I posted something earlier, like what the narrative of the show is going to be. And I think you're extremely privileged. I don't think there's a lot of people failure, or I speak under correction, maybe it's a generalization, but I don't know if there's a lot of people that has that much belief in themselves like you do. And it's so important to have that belief in yourself, because when you have that belief in yourself, you can look for something greater. But that also means that you have to push yourself harder. So,
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, yeah, jump in, jump in, jump in.
No, I'm saying definitely. You obviously have to believe in yourself, but you can't just believe without doing the work as well. Nothing comes easy in life, you know.
Mm. What
Yeah.
was the Sundowns decision? Because you're coming from Cape Town. I think a lot of the story of Cape Townians, we keep on saying we're extremely comfortable. We like our comfort zone. Growing up when I was in school, everybody, 80% of my peers used to say, I just want to be comfortable. Um, do you think that is a narrative or a mindset that needs to change? How did you change it?
I think that maybe you can say, like you say, the generalization. I think it's still there to a certain extent. Most people don't like getting out of their comfort zone. I think it could be the fact that a lot of people are scared of change, because change is scary. We need to be honest, but it's something that must happen. In order for you to grow, you need to go through change. So for me, definitely it wasn't an easy decision, to be honest. So I actually moved from UWC to Tax. So before I moved to Sundowns, I've been in Gauteng for about 3 years. So for me, making the decision from UWC to Tax was already a difficult decision. So I could say it helped me in a bit with my decision to move from Tax to Sundowns. However, it wasn't an easy decision. It was kind of taking a risk and not knowing what would happen, but you would never know unless you take the risk. So I would say it is definitely a good decision that I took, definitely a good risk that I took. So I think in order for one to grow, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You can't grow if you're comfortable.
Great, brilliant answer. And I think sometimes we do get stuck in or we're fearful of the unknown, and I think that's normal. We
Yeah,
feel
yeah, I think that's the problem. We fearful of the unknown. Yeah, we like to know what's gonna happen next, and life is not like that.
what helps us to become less fearful of the unknown in your view.
Sorry?
What helps us become less fearful of the unknown in your view?
It has to be one's faith.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree
it has
because,
to be one's faith.
and I think that what God does for us is sort of, and that's what faith is really believing in something that you don't see, something that you don't
Exactly.
know. You have to trust, and you didn't know what's ahead of you at tax, you didn't know what's ahead of you at sundowns. Yes, there's challenges, but you know God, and you know
Exactly.
even with your injury, He's taking you through that, so you sort of have a track record of, okay, He's brought me through this, He's brought me through this, He's brought me through this, so I'm more secure in taking the next leap of faith.
Exactly. Exactly. You know?
And when we do you think you have to have both sort of mindsets or both sort of thinking in your head, overcoming the challenges, but still wanting to reach for more and still wanting to reach for better? And it's sort of a difficult tension to have because overcoming the challenges means you have to be satisfied where you're at, but at the same time being satisfied where you're at, but wanting more. Do you think you have to have both of that?
Yeah, definitely. But I think you could say overcoming the challenges, but when overcoming those challenges, you might not be satisfied with where you're at, but I think that's where you need to have some sort of patience, because you also need to understand that things happen on not on your time but on God's time at the end of the day. You understand? So even though we could have a timeline for how we would want to plan our lives or how we would want to plan our careers, things won't always go according to our plans. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, in terms of overcoming obstacles, yes, you need to have that mentality, but you also need to have that sense of faith as well, that is also pushing you. So, and patience is also a very very big thing that one has to have. And as you don't easily um, get that patience, I guess, because most people, not a lot of people, tend to have timelines for their lives. Maybe I could have said at this age I should have been here and there, but you kind of accept that this is your journey and this is how you should be walking your journey.
Mm. So
Yeah.
sort of developing the patience to know I'm supposed to be where I'm at. I'm supposed to give my best. I'm supposed to be excellent. I'm supposed to push through the challenges, but also knowing, nah, I have a hope. I have a future. There is something greater for me
Yes,
because
definitely, yes.
we are called to multiply and we are called to thrive and we are called to
Yes,
do all those things.
exactly.
So understanding that, okay, I'm not comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable where I'm at. It's uncomfortable. I push through the challenge, but I also know that there is going to be growth, not on my timeline now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes we want things a bit too soon and we're not ready for it. Our character
Yeah,
is not ready for it.
true. And that's why we go through what we go through, so that when we do encounter difficult situations, we've actually been shaped to go through these situations.
Absolutely. Can you tell us what in the last maybe year and a half, 2 years, what character trait have you developed most, or that you find most valuable that you've developed, but you find most valuable now?
It's definitely not, I could say it's growing a stronger mindset, because obviously of my injury that I've been through. So
Mm,
I have not accepted, but you kind of come to peace with a lot of things. And when you do encounter um, things along your journey, you know how to handle them, you know how to react to them. So I could say definitely growing a stronger mentality, because you've been in the football space. You know how it is being in the football space. It's not people can see you lifting trophies and everything, but it's really not something easy. One example can be getting game time. There's some people that gets totally mentally disrupted when they're not playing, and for me to
Sure.
be able to handle such, I think that's just a major for me. It's not something that I would let it get to me and become despondent, and then the next day I wouldn't know how to get myself back. So I think that for me is something that I value a lot, because I try and deal with these things, and then I just push it to the side, and I kind of pick myself back up, because I know what I want in life and I know where I want to see myself in life.
And I think people underestimate, like you're saying now, we see all the highlights, we see you lifting these trophies, we see the smiles, but people don't understand in 1 week the amount of emotions that you can go through, the euphoria and then the drop, people's expectations, game time, injuries. Having to
Mm,
play five-a-side now the other day, and I picked up a hamstring injury. It was a five-a-side game. Imagine on your level, and I was
yes,
worried,
yes.
and it threw me off. So people understand or don't necessarily see the amount of emotions and thinking that
Yes,
goes into it.
yes,
Yeah. Would you
that's
say
true.
that your foundation is the peace helped you develop the sort of mentality, acceptance, peace, security in God?
Definitely. And when I'm saying like peace, I'm not accepting that that's where I should be. I'm just
Right.
accepting that it's not my fight to fight, but I'm gonna continue doing what I'm supposed to do.
Why? Why? It's not your responsibility to take care of you. I mean, it is in a way you have to do the physiotherapy, but at the end of the day, God's got you,
Yeah.
and that helps.
Yes, definitely.
What What is the next few months? How does it look for you? The next month? Are you guys on a break? What do you guys?
Actually gonna be on a break on the 15th of this month, because we still have some invitations that we have to honor. So we have the league awards on Saturday, the Hollywood Bet Super League awards. And then on the 14th, we have a meeting with the Minister of Sport as well. So officially on the 15th, we'll be on holiday. I'm not sure for how long, because at Sundowns they like working. So we just hope that we get enough rest. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna get some rest and then back to work next year. I'm not sure around where.
Hmm.
And yeah, you never know. Anything could happen in a few months, eh?
Absolutely. Are you coming back to Cape Town? Do you come back to Cape Town for the
Yes,
rest?
I'm coming back home for the holidays.
You must be looking forward to that.
We actually played a league game there not too long ago. I think it was last weekend, if I'm not mistaken, against UWC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Against you.
my
How was
former
that
team.
game?
We won. We won 1-0. It was a very tough game. UWC is always a tough opponent for us, but we managed to get the 3 points on the road.
Listen here. This is a very deep, deep, deep question. Did you celebrate when you won? When you guys scored?
I
Now I
did.
can't blame you. I'm joking. Yeah.
So
Thalia, it
yeah,
was so, so, so nice to talk to you. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to add just to end off?
I just want to say thank you for having me, and thank you for giving me this platform. To share a bit of my journey. Maybe it could inspire the next generation, the little one in Strampfontein that is also aspiring to play at the highest level, not just female but males as well. So thank you for giving me this platform.
And I mean, as you were talking, I thought of somebody as you were talking, and you're definitely inspiring. Um, there's definitely people that you are inspiring even right now. So we're grateful that you are able to share your story with us. We pray that God will continue to bless you, and yeah, that will give you all the desires of your heart as you continue to just give Him glory in how you play and what you do. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Just I'm going to end the broadcast, but stay on the line. I just want to chat to you for a few minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank
So
you for having me.
Great Footy Express fans, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and maybe don't like if you don't want to, but please subscribe to receive more news.